This is going to be a video about shuffles. No, you're not just going to shuffle the cards. There's much more that happens. You don't just randomize the order, you also cheat. So that your card's on top or bottom or somewhere in the middle. There are many different shuffles that are classic ones that are real ones. I'll show you those first and then my fake versions. Okay? So you have the riffle shuffle, which is taking 2 packets of cards like this, riffling them together like that, and that gives you a bit of a weave like this. So that's pretty good, and people think that that's a thorough shuffle. It's not. You can also do this shuffle. This is my favorite shuffle because it doesn't randomize the order of the card, it just puts a random card at the top, the bottom, and shifts the middle ones. So the cards that are next to each other aren't really affected, but everything else is. So for the trick I'm going to show you, you do your normal riffle shuffle for a while, right? And I walk around doing this because it's simple and easy. And then you shuffle the cards to a random order and then do a card force, which I'll show later, where you make them pick the top card when they think they're picking one of the middle ones. Or you can say, since it's in a random order, just swipe the top card and then they look at it but you don't. And then you say that it's the ace of spades eventually. Right? And then you take it back, you do your shuffle again. Then you have them pick another card. You make them think it's going to be a different one, but it's the same one. Okay, so that was a shuffle that made the top card go to the top again. Okay? And I can't actually do that. So I make the top card go to the bottom, make the bottom card go to the bottom, make the bottom card go to the bottom again, as many times as I like, and I make the bottom card go to the top. You can do bottom, top if you prefer. That only requires one technique. Okay? So how you do this is, your ace of spades is on top, right? So you peel just one card off, and you do that by sort of pincing the cards like this between these 2 fingers. You grab them. You grab the deck fairly tight, and then you peel the top card off with your thumb. Helps to be a little bit nervous, because then it's sweaty. So then you just pile some other cards on top, whatever, and then you keep going for as long as you'd like, right? And the way I do it, unlike some other YouTube video, is that card's no longer on the bottom. Yet, it is at the bottom now. Okay? So I've already got it out by now. The simpler way to do it is just continue doing this until almost all the cards are gone and keep swiping until there's no more, and then that last one is your card, right? So then you have bottom to top. And I'll show you the way to get the bottom to stay on the bottom. It's like this. You pull the cards out, right? But these fingers stay on the top card, or stay on the bottom card, right? And at the same time, on top, as you're pulling just that bottom card out, you also pull a few top cards on. And this can be combined with a few other things. For example, I noticed an odd card at the bottom there, so I made that card go to the top. Okay? So now I have a bottom card and a top card that are special, and I can do this, and now the top card is no longer special. However, there are 2 on the bottom now, right? And now 4 of clubs. That's another one. Watch that, because in a second, that'll be my 3rd special card. It's not particularly special, but it's good enough for me. Okay. Still, it's on the bottom, okay? And you can do that by, I like to steal 1 as my failsafe, but then you actually have your special cards down there, right? So you continue to the very end, but this time you leave just 2 cards, and after your experience you can learn to take just 1 off and then you dole them out. There are a few other ones where you don't change the order of the deck at all with this shuffle. Right, so I have a big order. You can memorize it or write it down if you want to. And then I do a bit of a shuffle. and the cards are in the same order that they were before. How do I know this? Well, I took one packet off, right? So now I have a big fat packet and a smaller packet, and now I deal a few cards out, and I remember the number, 2. Okay, now I deal this one down and pick this one up. These are the 2 top cards, and they need to be back there, so I plop them on and put them back. So I cut to the middle, I deal these cards off the top of this. So I want those top cards onto this top, okay? So I switch these around and deal a few down here. And you'd be amazed at how well that works at speed. And you have a totally prearranged deck now, whatever order you want. There are also some other shuffles, like this one. That's a one-handed shuffle. It's more of a cut. You can do other one-handed cuts, like this one. Yeah, I gave that one up when I learned that it's the same as this, where you just peel 2 packets off and then put the third one on. That's interesting. Okay, so yeah, that fake shuffle, which will basically get you through anything. Also, you can do a fake version of this where you have your bottom card and the other cards, and you make sure to deal a few cards down here before you do the river here, such that your bottom card goes on to the bottom again. So you can do a riffle shuffle and another shuffle and the overhand shuffle and still have that bottom card be yours.